Hello friends, once again welcome to my channel. In today's session we'll quickly go through Google Gemini and how we can integrate it using in Spring AI, in Spring Boot AI. So earlier we have used Amazon Bedrock, we have used Olama by running it locally. Okay, so let's see how we can use Google Gemini. Okay, so Gemini provides the models, the LLM models on which we can prompt, and it will provide us the responses. The same models can you can get in Amazon Bedrock. So you just need to go to Amazon Bedrock and select Google Gemini and take whichever model you want based on your requirements. So we'll go. So to use Google Gemini, we'll type Google Gemini. Okay, and we go Google AI for developers. Just click on the link. I'll provide this link in the description. Once you click on the link on the top, you can see get API key. Okay, so API key is what you all will be using to connect or to use the LLMs provided by Google Gemini. So I've already created a key. Here you have an option create API key. So you just click on this and just keep the settings as is. Okay, and you can do create a key. Once you do create a key, it will okay, let me do that. Okay. Okay, it will give this pop-up and you can use this particular API key. Okay. So since and you can copy the key and keep it in the notepad. Okay. Since I already have the key, I'll just delete this. Okay. So yeah, so this is how it will look like and presently I'm using the free tier one. Okay, by default it will give the free tier. Okay. And so this is another URL where if you type the key, you can get all of the models and what are the embeddings you all are you can use it. You all are eligible to use or which are associated with your particular API key. Okay, and it has all the token limits, input token limit, output token limits. Okay, so I'll provide this link as well in the description. So let's jump to IntelliJ and let's see how we can integrate it. Okay, so I've downloaded the Spring application, Spring Boot application from Spring Initializer. So our dependencies are the same, Spring Web and okay, now we want Gemini. Okay, so we just go with Gemini. Okay, now we have two options over here, Vertex AI and Google Gen AI. So if you see Spring AI support for Google Vertex Gemini Chat does not support embeddings. Okay, now does not support embeddings means if you all want to implement RAG, it is not possible using the Vertex AI Gemini. Okay, please do correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, do put in the do post in the comment section. So we'll go with Google Gen AI. Now this requires Spring Boot 3.5.0 greater than or equal to 3.5.0 less than 4. Okay, so you all can select maybe 3.5.14 or the snapshot version. Provide the artifacts, provide the group names, and you all are good to go. Okay, so I've downloaded the project. So my POM looks like this. Okay, so I have Spring Boot Starter model Google Gen AI. That's a dependency which I mentioned. Spring Boot Starter Web. Okay, so and yeah, so these two are the main dependencies for what I'll be needing. Okay, so if I go to application.properties, I've just added this one Spring AI Google Gen API Gen AI API key. Okay, so the API key which we derived in at the beginning, we'll put that API key and we'll need to tell which model we need to use. Now, if I take this model, okay, so I mentioned right, there's one another URL where you put the API key, you'll get what all the models are eligible for. So presently, I'm using the Gemini 2.5 flashlight, okay, with this many input and output tokens. and the other top K, top P temperature values also. Max temperature is 2. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. That's a basic uh, information about that particular LLM. And temperature, this is again optional. If you want to put, you can put. If you put to the lowest, it will give you most accurate answers. Okay. So we'll quickly integrate this. So nothing much to do in. We have already implemented all this in the previous sections. So we'll just quickly integrate the this in the Spring application. So okay, so I've created a recipe suggester. Okay, now let's create a user preference class. Okay, so what the user needs, is it needs for lunch or dinner, or what type of cuisine, what type of meal type. Okay, so I'll give user preferences. Okay, user preference. Okay, and let me mark this at the rate data at the rate all args the rate no args constructor. Okay, and let me take this private string cuisi any cuisine private string meal type and private string ARYNED. Okay, that it means if you want veg, non-veg, or vegan. Okay, any of his choice. Okay, let's create a service. So ECI recipe service. Okay, and now let's mark this class as at the rate service. So it will create a bean of this class. Class will be instantiated at the runtime. Okay, now we have to use the chat client. So again, we'll do private final chat client. Okay, chat client. Okay, and public. Okay, public res. Okay. Public recipe service chat client. Okay, but we'll not directly instantiate the chat client. We need chat client dot, sorry, we need chat, yeah, we need chat client dot builder. Okay, and we'll take this as builder. Okay, now this dot chat client is equals to builder dot build. Okay, and we have instantiated a chat client. Okay, now let's create a method generate recipe. So again, we can take it as string generate recipe. Okay, and what will be accepting areas as user preference. Okay, let's keep it prefs. Okay, now uh, will a model. Okay, so what a prompt will do, will query to the LLM. Okay, a prompt. So let's tell our LLM what it is capable of. Okay, so for that we can do chat client dot prompt. Okay, dot user. Okay, now inside user we'll provide okay what it is capable of you. So you dot will provide some text in it. Okay, some text. Okay, and further. Okay, dot dot param. Okay, this also will add it dot call dot content. Okay, and we'll directly return this. Okay, now okay, now we'll tell what we can tell. Okay, suggest one meal type. Okay, suggest one, say, meal type. from say meal type, say lunch meal type or dinner meal type from cuisine, cuisine, okay, dietary needs, okay, yeah, dietary needs, okay, and put it as your dietary needs, okay. Now I need to fill this placeholders, okay, so this will go as a prompt, okay, suggest one dinner meal type from Indian cuisine, dietary needs is non-veg, okay. So we need to fill this placeholder. So you all can use param. Uh, it will take, see if you see, it will take string k object v. Okay. So first we'll take meal type. Okay, we'll put meal type and refs dot get meal type. Okay. Again dot param. Okay. Cuisine refs dot get cuisine. Okay. Sorry. Okay, dot param. Okay, dietary needs, comma, preps dot get dietary needs. Okay, it will return this particular string. Okay, now to call this, we'll need a controller. So recipe controller. Okay, or we can say recipe suggestion controller, maybe. SUGG suggester controller. Okay, that's great. Okay, at the rate rest controller. Okay, and or recipe to suggester controller. Okay, spelling mistake. Private final recipe service. Okay, public. Okay, this dot recipe service. Okay, this autocomplete is like wow. It's just wow. Okay. So post mapping, okay, post mapping slash suggest, okay, and public string, okay, I can go with response entity of type string, suggest recipe at the rate request param string cuisine. Okay, take the mill type. Okay, and next we need is dietary needs. Okay, fine. Next, what you need is user preference, new user preference, and cuisine, meal type dietary needs. Okay, and recipe service, return recipe service dot generate recipe, and we can pass prefs. Okay. Okay, now since we have response entity, we can directly do this. Okay, so response entity t dot okay of this. Okay, fine, all good. Let's see if it goes through or I forgot to recipe service. I'll just keep one debug point over here. Okay, okay. I'll keep it at the end. Okay, so one is fine. Okay. Okay. Started 8081. So let's go. Okay, I already have this cuisine. Type Indian, meal type dinner, and that needs as non-veg. I do a send. Okay, and let's see what I have in the prefs. Okay, so the values are populated. Indian dinner, non-veg. Now call.content. Let's go ahead. Okay, here the suggest for non-vegetarian Indian dinner meal: chicken tikka masala with garlic naan and cucumber raita. Oh my God, for dinner this is very heavy. So this is a widely loved flavorful option that offers good balance and texture. Okay, now this kind of responses are like what you can say hallucinations in AI. Okay, means inaccurate, means these responses are inaccurate and they're generated in such a way that they are convincing. Okay, they look real but they are fake. So you can say convincing yet fake. Okay, so to handle this, you can implement RAG, like you can create a PDF of recipes and upload it into a vector DB as we had done earlier, and then read from their vector DB. Okay, so that's one way you can do to get rid of hallucinations. And like if I click again, let me skip this. Okay. For non-vegetarian, I suggest butter chicken, murg makhni. Okay, it will give some different responses every time. Okay, but every time butter chicken. I think the LLM also likes butter chicken a lot. I think. Just kidding. Okay, now if I go for say some vegan, I don't know, if vegan is a type of dietary need. Yes. Meal type chana masala with brown rice and cucumber raita. Okay, and it gives chana masala healthier option and okay means it giving some response. Okay, but it's not appropriate response. But we are not concerned about the response for now. We just wanted to check the implementation of Google Gemini. If you all want to get more accurate response, please do integrate RAG. Okay, use vector DB store. That's free. You just need a Docker setup and you're good to go. Okay, so I've already uploaded a video of RAG implementation with Spring Boot. You all can please refer to the video. I'll provide it in the description as well. And I hope you have liked this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And please do comment if you all have any suggestions or would love to learn any other topic. You please do comment. Thank you. Have a nice day.